Hi everybody. It is Tuesday, April 28th. How are you doing today? How are you doing? It's about I'm about a minute early. Just going to pause here and just sit with you for those of you who are jumping in. Hi Diane. Thank you. Hi Beth. Okay, it is 12 o'clock. Hi Karen. Okay, what a beautiful day. Oh hey Chris, yay, we finally get to practice together. Thank you all for joining me today on this beautiful day. So we're going to get started, moving groove, stretch and bend, and a little meditation at the end. We'll see where we go with that. Something a little different, a little special for you today. So come on, let's get up on our mats and we'll start standing. I want to just move the energy a little bit before we begin to then bring space to the body. And when we create that space in the body, there's that opportunity for healing, right? Healing right here, right? Healing this body, this mind, this spirit. And right now we really have to pay attention to what's actually happening in our own bodies. So to not take this tension and be reactive to situations that happen in our life that perhaps maybe how we don't agree or like or whatever, how someone else is, or we don't like situations, and then we become, reactive unless we do our work, right? Unless we use our tools. So, our tools are, releasing that tension, rinsing out, getting rid of, so we can be present, so we can be completely present, not only, with ourselves, but also non-reactive to all beings and situations around us. So that is the whole concept of the move and groove, stretch and bend, and meditate at the end. So thank you so much for joining me, because together we can make a difference, one breath at a time. Okay, so get yourself just comfortably standing on your mat and take a nice deep inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale them all the way out. And again, inhale, reach out and up, and exhale all the way out. Hi everybody that has joined on. Good. I'll take a look in a little bit. Can't quite see that far. Wish I could see who's all here. Alrighty, so right here, bring your chin to your chest. Go and just circle the head around. One direction, doesn't matter, just circle it around. And just, breathe fully, breathe deeply. Let's go the other direction around. Breathe fully, breathe deeply. And release. Bring your chin down towards your chest and lift your head up. Go ahead and just reset your position. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. And drop them down. Squeeze them way up as far as you can squeeze them up. So bringing more tension to the body, only then to release. Good. And squeeze those shoulders way up, way up, way up. And release. Good. 2 more times like that. Squeeze it way up. You can even squeeze your palms too. Squeeze your hands together. And release. And one more time. Squeeze it, tense up. And release. Good. Reset your position again. Bring your arms all the way up. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bend the knees and scoop down. It's like a downhill skier, right? Reach up and then exhale down. Reach up. And so building a little bit more heat in the body. So this would be your inhale, reach, exhale, draw it in. Inhale, exhale. Reach and pull in. Good. And pull in, sitting back. So putting the weight on the heels, reaching all the way up, right through the fingertips. Reach, pull it in, nice and strong. Pull it in, reach, draw in. Good. Let's give me about 5 more. Can you count with me? 5, nice and loud. 4, 3, I can't hear you. 2, and 1. Woo, okay. Arms out, feet wide. Let's do some windmills. Getting a little twist in the body. Inhaling and exhaling. Just making sure that you are breathing. Lengthening your spine. Try not to drop your head down completely. Try not to let it dangle down. If you can, keep your shoulders level with your hips. Soften the knees if you need to. If you need to bend into it a little bit. Okay, let's do another 10. Count with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I can't hear you. 4, 3, 2. Did I get you again? 1. Good. Hands down. Lengthen the spine. Hands on your hips. Exhale and inhale. Come all the way up. Press and rise up. Rise up. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Good. Let's bring our feet together. Good. Bring your arms all the way up, crossing all but your index fingers. Let's tilt over to the right. Feet planted down. Tilting over to the right. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Lift up and over to the other side. Good. Just settle into your breath. Right, we kind of built up some heat in the body. You might be breathing a little heavy. You might feel your heart pounding. Come back to center. Turn your palms out. Release your hands. Interlace your fingers behind your back. So you want to lift the front hips up. Open up the heart center, squeezing those palms together. So the front hips lift, the tailbone drops. Heart center lifts up, lifts up. Then you're going to bend your knees, lower down your belly, your ribs, your chest. Drop your head down completely now. Firmly press your feet into the ground. Bring your arms up overhead and then lift your heels up towards the ceiling. Good, breathe. All right, let out some cleansing breaths. Let your head just dangle. Right, just releasing the head, move it around like shaking it, yes and no. If you can't interlace your fingers like this, you can just grab your wrists or your elbows. Good, and bend the knees. Sweep down, out, good, and up. Press your feet into the ground. Lift all the way up, all the way up. Bring your palms together. Squeezing your ears with your arms, reaching up. Good. Sliding your right foot back, landing on your right big toe joint, or on the tip of your right toe, sorry. Good, just planting that toe down. Left foot plants down. So we're already starting to play around the balance, softening your left knee, right? And then let's press through that right heel and then just hinge, right? See how far you go. See how far you go. Steady, comfortable breath. You might find that all of a sudden you stop breathing. You might find that all of a sudden you get wobbly. You might find all of a sudden you get really insecure and you feel like you're just going to fall, and then you do fall. I'd like you just to notice where you are and let it be part of your practice. Let it be part of your experience today, right? So just all be part of it. That can you stay present even if you're falling, right? Can you stay present even if in the uncertainty, right? And just like planting those seeds. And see where you go and see where you go. Can you be present in the magnificence? Can you be present when you're like, oh my God, this is great. I'm balancing so, amazingly. I'm so awesome. Can you be in the presence of feeling your body, right? So as much as we, judge ourselves that we're not good, sometimes if we go the complete polar opposite and like, oh, I'm so great, come to that place of just experiencing where you are, paying attention to the sensations in your body, where you feel the struggles, where you feel the ease. Good, and then slowly come on back and bring the hands back down. Take a breath here, and in this breath, let the breath rise and let the breath fall. Okay, let's do the other side. So you're shifting the weight now onto your right foot, sliding that left foot back. Now this time your hands can be on your hips, out to the sides, arms forward or back. Okay, it's going to give you a little room to play with this. Start on your left big toe and then hinge forward. Now watch all those thoughts. Oh, this side's so much easier. This is my good side. I'm never good on that side. Or this is my worst side. Can you be with where you are without all the chatter? Like, what would that even feel like or look like? Right? Can you feel the sensations in your body? Can you breathe? Can you feel your body expanding and contracting? Can you feel that right foot plant and press into the earth? Can you feel the air behind your left foot as you continue to reach it back? Can you feel your chest opening? Breathe. Can you feel the muscles in your body? Can you feel the strength and the courage and the tenacity that's right with you? Breathe. And wherever you are is all of your experience, and let it be so. And breathe, soften, and place your left hand or left foot next to your right. And breathe, hands to the heart. Let the breath rise, and let the breath fall. Good. Bring the arms up overhead, reach. And then as you exhale, fold forward all the way down, all the way down, releasing your head. Inhaling, coming halfway up. And then as you exhale, place your hands down onto the floor, step your feet back. Press back into downward facing dog. Reach the heels towards the ground. Glide forward into a high plank position. Hinge back into downward facing dog. Please honor your body. Good. And do whatever you need to make this accessible for you. Knees could be down, and you could be reaching your hips towards your heels, and then coming forward. Right? See where your creativity goes. And downward facing dog. And glide it forward. So using your upper body strength to hold you. Downward facing dog. Good, and then just shift that weight back a little bit. Soften the knees. Good, pressing the ground away from you. Lifting up your heels, bending your knees, bringing your chest towards your thighs. And just taking a little gaze out. Just a little gaze out to your thumb so you get this long extended spine. It almost feels like it's dipping. There's lots of space in the spine. Heels are up. Chest is reaching towards the thighs. Knees are not bent quite halfway. They are not bent quite halfway. Lower your knees down onto the floor. Point the toes away, letting the back dip. Right, so you're arching the back. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift the spine up towards the ceiling. And then inhale. And arch. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, so continue doing this. Completely following your breath. And if by chance I happen to say inhale when you're exhaling or vice versa, don't worry about it. Just keep on breathing. Keep the breath full. Keep the breath even. Keep checking. Just keep checking in. When the mind wanders, as it will, notice where you go. Notice where you are in your practice when you kind of leave, I want to say, when your mind wanders, when you fantasize, right? Just notice what's happening in that moment. Come back to the breath, right? Did you get bored? Did you get anxious? Did you have an unpleasant thought so you kind of drifted away? Did your body not feel good? Good. And in those moments, come back, because our body has information, right? So pay attention to that information. Serve your body, serve your mind, serve your spirit. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. Then hinge it all the way back into child's pose, and let your hips and shoulders rock from side to side. Just kind of rocking out. This is a very I want to say relaxing, nurturing motion. We just rock. You can have your head down if you like, and your head can kind of wobble back and forth as well, or you can just leave it up. Good. Alrighty, hinge it all the way back. Reach your arms all the way forward. Good, good, good. Now rise up onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up. Good. And hinge it all the way back. Left knee could stay on the floor. Bring your right leg up in the air behind you. Hinge it back. Look up at your right thumb. Place your right foot to your right thumb. Option, keeping the left knee up off the floor. Okay, I'm going to bring my left knee down on this side. The other side, I'll keep it up. So left knee can be down or you can have it up. Okay, you're going to walk that right foot forward if your knee is down. If your knee is off the floor, do not. Lengthen your spine and then hinge back. Planting now the base of your right big toe joint down, straight down. And breathe right here. Right hip is drawing back. You could even take your thumb in the crease of that right hip as you draw the hip back. Breathing in and breathing out. Your spine is long and lengthened. And take your gaze out a little bit beyond your toes. Left toes can be either pointed away or tucked under, wherever you feel more comfortable. And breathe. And lift your chest up a little bit. And then if you're on your knee, take that right foot forward about another inch. And now flex your right foot. Hinge back. Just hinge back a little bit. If your knee is off the floor, you don't have to move that right foot forward. Your toes are pointed straight up. Your spine is lengthened. Feeling now the stretch behind your right leg. Breathe. This whole left side is your stability as we focus on this right side. Spine is long. So we're creating a nice structure, a nice foundation, so we have a base to work from. So the whole body is not challenged. We have stability, and we build up from that stability. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. And then place the right foot on the floor. Good. And if the knee is down, keep it down. Okay. If the knee is up, you'll just keep it up. Okay, so it's down. Left knee is down. Bring your hands onto your right thigh, whether you're off the knee or not. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. And you can, if you came off the left knee and you want to go back down, no problem. Just make sure you take that right foot forward a little bit. Hips are lifted. Breathe. Good. You're going to bring your arms all the way up. Breathe. Open your arms wide. Breathe. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Breathe. Good. Breathe. And breathe. Release your hands down onto the floor. If your knee is down, you're going to tuck the left toes under and come up off that left knee and walk your hands over to the left. Okay, so you have a wide stance. Placing your right hand down onto the floor, the left, right, shoulder and wrist in line, right hand, sort of like, I'm going to say beneath your chest a little bit, maybe a little further out, Left hand meets the right, extend that left arm out level with your shoulder, and then spin it open, breathe. Spin your rib cage open. I really, really, really like to take my hand right on my rib cage and then spin the rib cage open and then extend the arm up. Breathing in and breathing out. Cleansing breath. Look down, left hand down. Walk your hands to the front of your mat. Step your right foot back into downward facing dog. Okay, or you're on your hands and knees. Lift the heels up, bend the knees. Okay, lower the knees down onto the floor. Some of you are already there. And point and lift. All right, so please honor your body. Do what feels right. And if you're not sure, just, and if I haven't mentioned something, number one, I apologize for that. And number two, just see where you go. Maybe you'll create something different and interesting. Good. And we'll tuck the toes under, perhaps, or not. Lift the left leg up. Good. And we'll step the left foot to your left thumb. Okay, so this side I said I was going to keep my right knee off the floor, so you know if you're going to have the knee down. Lengthen your spine, chest is forward. Breathe. And you'll just lift the hips and hinge back. If the knee is on the floor, you'll take that left foot forward a little bit. Breathe. The left hip is drawing back. You're gazing out beyond your toes. Breathe. So if you're feeling something, then you're on the right track. If you're feeling anything, you're on the right track. Right? This is, this is a move and groove, stretch and bend, I say, but it's really, based on yoga principles. Right? So if you're feeling something, right, you're moving energy. You're shifting your physiology. You're changing. Right? And flex the left foot. When we change our physiology, we can even be changing our moods. We are then moving from flight to then have a more of a relaxation, so we can then not be so reactive, as I was saying, and that's because we're creating space in our body, allowing for healing. Good. Left foot down. Good. Hands onto that left thigh. Press the thigh away. If you're off that right knee, bend that right knee a little bit. Breathe. Good. Breathe. Nice and steady. Good. Bring your arms up. Good. Breathe. Good. This time, interlace your fingers, pressing your palms out. Breathe. Releasing your arms behind your back. Breathe. Good. Breathe. And breathe. Release your hands down onto the floor. Now you're going to walk your hands to the right side of your mat. So you're going to turn right, lengthen your spine. Okay, I'm just going to turn back towards you. Left hand down. Right hand will meet the left. Right arm up, and then spin your chest up. Good. Breathe. If you like, take your hand on your rib cage and spin your rib cage. This is like a self-adjustment. Back in the good old days when I, as a yoga teacher, when we're able to assist and get our hands on you so you can move into the poses more deeply, what I would come and do is I would take my hands on your rib cage and just rotate the rib cage out. But you can do that, right? You can do that. Placing your right hand on your rib cage, spin it out. Feels so good. And then you can bring that right arm up. Breathe. Breathe. And breathe. Good. And then look down. We'll bring the right hand down. Lengthen the spine. And then just step up to the front of your mat. And then step your foot up to meet the other. Lengthen. And then fold all the way down. I'd like you to bend your knees and bring your chest to your thighs. Glue your chest and thighs together. Wrap your arms around the legs. Grab your elbows. Even, as much as you need to. Or grab wherever you can reach. But we're going to shoot for the elbows. And then little by little, reach your hips up towards the ceiling. Try not to let go of your elbows, even if it means the legs don't straighten out all the way. Breathe. Fold yourself in half. And breathe. I'm going to bend your knees. Bring your hands down onto the floor. Lift your heels. Rising up onto your fingertips. Lifting your heels. Hinging forward. Knees point forward. Sit back onto your heels. Hands on your thighs. If you need to, just sit all the way down. Okay. Hands on your thighs. Gently press away. Play with this. Play with the things that are not easy. Breathe. Good. Bring your arms up overhead. Press out through the palms. Good. Interlace fingers. Breathe. Good. Reach up. Breathe. Reach. Open your arms out. Bring your arms forward, cross all but your index fingers, reach forward, reach, 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 sit back with as much ease as possible. Bring your knees in, drop your knees open. Bring your heels together, grab onto your ankles and just lift your chest right here. So you're grabbing onto your ankles, your feet are still pressing together, and you're kind of holding on. So I'll show you from the side, right? You're holding on. And so it could be something like this. And then once I pull myself forward, right, I'm then activating the muscles of my arms, reaching my chest forward, reaching the knees down, crown the head lifts up. Breathe. I can feel a nice stretch in the neck and shoulders as well. Breathe. Keep reaching the knees down to the floor. Squeeze them down to the floor. So there's some action there. There's some work to be involved. Breathe. Good. And breathe. And then come forward. Bring the knees in. So you're going to drop the knees to one side. Now, I'm having such a hard time with this because some people say, when I do these videos, if I say left, it's left. It looks the same, or it's different. So I'm going to say follow me. So follow me. So your one shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat. Your leg, your other leg, the knee is bent and it's pointed away. Okay, and then you're going to take your hand, the same hand that has the leg back on that hip. Okay, and you have the other toes to the knee, and you're going to take that hip forward, keep your chest facing forward, and hold here. Breathe. So, and please send me some information back on my personal Facebook or True Yoga Facebook, and please let me know, like, oh, that made sense, that didn't make sense. Then take that hand that's on your hip and take it over to the opposite knee. Now, staying lifted. If you have any discomfort in your back, just back it off a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to turn towards the knee that's pointing out. Lengthen your spine. Good. Breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. So we're lifting up through the rib cage. We're stretching the psoas, stretching the sacrum a little bit, wherever you're feeling this whole right side here on the right hip area, and then release down. Good. And just simply flip the other way. Okay. Flip the other way. So you have your other foot, your other shin parallel to the front of the mat. One leg back. Okay, and we'll take that hand of the knee that's pointed away behind you. You're going to take the hand with the foot pointed away from you. You're going to take that hand on that hip and press the hip forward. Try not to. I just caught myself. I'm turning. Right, don't turn quite yet. Keep yourself chest facing forward and use this hand to press forward. Breathe. This is really nice for the inner thigh. I mean, I could feel it into my like really deep into my hip flexor, like very deep into the psoas. Good. Breathe. Now take that hand over to the opposite knee and let's get a deeper twist. With this other hand, you're going to press the ground away. I hope I'm not being too confusing. Good. Breathe. Breathe deeply. And then release and come back in. Good. Bring your knees into your chest. Good. And let's roll onto our backs. Making some circles with your knees. Giving your back a little bit of a massage. Let's go the other way, circling it around. Good. Bring both knees into your chest. Bring your forehead to your knees. Rounding your back, stretching it out. And breathe. Bring your arms out to a T. Drop your arms over to the left. Drop your knees over to the left. Right shoulder down, knees over to the left. It's too much on your back. Just keep the knees in center. Arm is out. Breathe. Let out a cleansing breath. Come on back to center. Over to the other side. Breathe. Right, so right now we're just moving a little slowly, breathing a little bit more deeply. You want to keep the nervous system balanced and at ease. Good, come back to center. Both knees into your chest, left leg out. Good, right knee in, you're going to make some circles with the knee, like you're just stirring. And I say the knee, right, move up here a little bit. I say the knee, but you're actually going to the hip joint. So you're stirring this hip around, right? You can just feel that right in that hip joint, circling around. Good. We store a lot of tension and energy in our hips, so we want to kind of release it out, loosen it out a little bit. So circling it around, circling it around. Good. Good. And then bring the right knee in. Squeeze it in. Excellent. Extend that right leg up. Interlace your fingers underneath your right leg. Let's just give that right foot a flex for today. Press the heel up towards the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. You can use a strap if you like on your foot. Grab a sock, a belt. You can put it on your foot, bring it towards you, or just bring your hands around your leg. Okay, so you'll either just extend the right leg out to the right, just like that, or you'll have the strap on the foot, or you'll grab your big toe and extend it out, or you'll bend the right knee and then open the knee out to the right. Whatever you're doing to get this external rotation in this right hip, I'd like you to keep the left hip down. Keep the left hip down. As best you can, you could place your left hand on your left hip to remind that hip to stay down. And breathe here. Right, so the knee can be bent. No problem if you bend the knee, just you can have the elbow on the floor so it can control how far out you're letting that knee drop. Good, breathe. Breathe deeply. And you're going to slowly come on back. Bend the right knee in towards your chest. You're going to go into half happy baby, so the hands underneath the knee, or on the sole of the right foot, or start to reach the right knee to the outside of your chest. Sole of the foot faces the ceiling, half happy baby. We still have the left leg extended. Breathe with me. So we're really going into this whole hip joint here. We did some of those standing poses where everything was neutral, so now we're going a little bit deeper in hips. I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit more uncomfortable, but not for everybody. Okay. And bring that knee down a little bit further. And breathe. Good. And just squeeze that right knee into your chest. Now place the left foot on the floor and the right ankle on the left knee. You can absolutely just stay right here with your hands on your thighs. Right foot is flexed. If you like to take this deeper, left knee comes in towards your chest. Right hand will slide through the thighs, interlacing your fingers underneath your left knee, or if you still have some more room, on top of your left shin. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, wherever you are, reach the right knee away and bring the left knee in towards you a little bit. Take this slow, take it in increments. This is one that it's nice to be in for a little while. It's the same action as like pigeon, which again goes very deep into the hips. Checking the time. Breathing in and breathing out. When you feel that release, right, that letting go, release your breath, let it just follow, and then go a little deeper. Stay with the flow of your breathing, observing all the thoughts that are gliding across your mind. Place the left foot on the floor. Place the right foot on the floor as wide as the mat. Take both feet out as wide as the mat, and then let the knees drop over to the left. Okay, reach the right knee forward and down. Forward and down. So just so you don't get confused, just, pay attention to my articulation. So right, say right or left, don't worry about looking to make sure. Just listen, and I try to articulate as much as possible. Right knee reaches forward and then down. Good. Come back to center. Bring both knees in towards your chest, forehead to your knees. Let's just realign the spine a little bit. And release. Extend your right leg all the way out. Again. Bring that left knee in and start to make circles with that left knee. So once again, I say the left knee, but we know we're going into the hip joint. So you're circling it around and circling it around. I want to thank you all, for joining me. Go the other way, for coming, taking your time out of your days, busy, not busy, whatever they are, taking the time out of your life to come and move and breathe with me. It's really, really super nice. Thank you. Bring the left knee in towards your chest. Extend the left leg up. When I first started doing these, I felt so disconnected. The first few videos, it's like, I feel like don't watch them again. Just don't. Because that's just how I feel. Flex your left foot, draw the left leg in. And I was just so disconnected. I was disconnected from myself. And it took a little while, honestly. Draw the leg in closer, flex foot. Try to keep your back flush. And it took me a while. And I have to say, every time I come down into my yoga room here and just speak, I do feel a deeper connection. I want to say I feel a deeper connection with you that are out there, but I feel a deeper connection with myself. Bring that leg in a little bit more. And then release. And then whether you can grab your toe or bend the knee or use that strap, open that leg out to the left. So I feel a deeper connection with myself. And one of the biggest things that I teach in my trainings and just as a teacher is that once we begin to understand and connect with ourselves and have realizations within ourselves and really get to know ourselves, it is then and only then when we can feel connected to others. And today I feel that. Today I for sure feel that. Even though we're not in the same space, I feel connected to you because even though we are in different places, and even though we may be experiencing different things at different times, come on back, bring that leg back, and bring that left knee in. Place the right foot on the floor and the left ankle on the right knee. So you know your options here. Take them, whatever works best for you. So even though we are in different places in our homes, wherever you may be, there's a commonality of that we all have our experiences, good, bad, happy, sad, challenging, whether we're feeling hopeless, helpless, whether we're feeling that there's light at the end of the tunnel, maybe we feel like there's not. We're all feeling something, and the commonality is to, although we are on different paths, we are all trying to, I believe, get to that place of peace in our own truth. Reach the left knee away, bring that right knee in a little bit more. So what is true for you today? As you rest here, go deep into your hips. Do a little check-in with yourself, a little meet and greet with yourself right here, right now. Breathe. What are you experiencing? What does it feel like? Get to know yourself. When we know ourselves, it is then that we're more free, or feel more free to go out and help others. That we've released all of our tensions in our body. We're able to feel and experience, and we release all those layers and those filters that we operate from. So then we see clarity, we see truth. We come from a place of peace to only share peace. Bring that right knee in a little bit more, left knee reaches away a little bit more. And breathe. And breathe. And then let's take the right foot down, left foot down. Feet as wide as the mat, and drop the knees over to the right. Why I share with you these words while we're stretching our bodies is because I'm not just speaking to your heads. I'm speaking to your whole bodies, that as we release tension, we can absorb more of what's true for us, what we believe, of what most matters to us, our intentions, our prayers, of what we so desire. Reach the left knee away, draw it in, draw it down a little bit, and breathe. And come back to center. Bring both knees in, and let's take that right foot down. I don't think we did half happy baby on this side, so let's go with that right leg out. We'll go half happy baby on this side, and then we'll go full happy baby. Sorry about that. And just noticing where we are, so hard on ourselves and critical on ourselves, and we're all trying to do our best. Good, and breathe. And now let's bring that left knee and right knee and just kind of rock it out. And let's go into full happy baby. Ananda Balasana. Ananda means a happy, joyful, blissful. Balasana is baby or child. So happy child, happy baby. If you like, you can extend your heels out to the side walls. You can keep the legs wide, bring the feet together, knees wide. Bring the elbows inside the knees and your hands around the tops of your feet, around the tops. Grab where you can, let the heels drop center line, squeeze the knees away from you, and press the back of your head into the floor. Let your throat open, your eyes kind of tilt back a little bit. Squeeze the knees forward, heels come down. Get a nice, I feel to stretch my neck, my shoulders, my throat is open, knees reaching away. Good, release it all the way out. Bring both knees in, feet down, cross thigh, right thigh over the left, drop the knees over to the left. Good, come on back, recenter, switch your cross, drop them over to the right. Please send me any comments, as I was saying earlier, right to my direct Facebook or my True Yoga Facebook page. I'm more than happy. It's like I'm so happy and so invite you to, invite your comments. Bring your forehead to your knees. Extend the legs out. Let the feet rock side to side. Let your body just shimmy down to the earth. Shake it all the way out. Shake it all the way out. Your arms, your legs right from your center, all the way out, 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 out. And take a nice deep inhale and exhale, exhale, exhale it all the way out. As you rest here, traditionally these are a few moments that we have, like in our sleep pose, our rest pose, but I'm just going to give you just a little something, to toss around your precious minds as you rest here. So this is like an exercise, if you will. It's called, before we begin, I'd like you to take a nice deep inhale and exhale it all the way out. Good. And just absorb absorb the rest of this practice. So this exercise is called Rose, Bud, and Thorn. And love to do this in a way where you can just really take moments to just be with the thoughts of this all. So we're dealing with challenging times, which would be the thorn, and then hopeful, which is the bud, and then happy, which is the rose. So I'd like you to, as you rest here, think about what is most challenging to you right now. What is most challenging to you? What is so hard? What is, at times bringing you down to your knees? And that is the thorn. So just recognizing that, not bypassing it, but we are all experiencing our own thorn. And now let's bring to mind what you are hopeful for. What are your hopes? What do you see? And hopeful are those wishes that keep us going. And what are you most hopeful for? And dig deep and feel it in your bones. What are you hopeful for? And that is the bud. And now, bring to mind what makes you happy. What is really, really good right now? Right now, in the midst of where we are in our lives. What is really, really good? What makes you happy? What puts a smile on your face and brings you joy? And that is your rose. The thorn, the bud, and the rose. May we coexist with it all as we navigate through life and through these times. Feel your body be breathed, the rise and fall of your belly, feeling the relaxation. The warmth, the rest, the comforting and the ease. And feel free to stay here as long as you like. You can just close your phone or your laptop or your iPad and just rest here, and you can just turn the sound off. Or, do you want to stay with me and close our practice today? Just begin to deepen your breath. Make some small movements, coming back, coming back. Bring your knees into your chest, roll over onto your right side. And come on up to a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale it all the way out. We bring our hands together to our heart, remembering the thorn, the bud, and the rose. Remembering that we are all of everything, and that as healthy as we are individually, is a contribution to as healthy as we will be collectively. Stay safe, stay healthy, make good choices. I love you all. Namaste.